Hi, designers. I am so excited because today I have on the show with me Chelly Ontis. Chelly is amazing. She is a great graphic designer and the owner of We Can Make That. Welcome to the show, Chelly.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to talk about graphic design with you again.
Yeah,
This is so
this is
fun.
going to be so fun. So, at the time of coming out, we are in between summits. So, Shelly just spoke and did an interview with me at the Craft and Design Summit that we hosted. And we're about to go into the Creativepreneur Summit that she is running in May, and I will be speaking at that. Do you want to first, let's just start there. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
summit.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So this is our fourth year, and I started out, and we used to call it the Craft Business Summit, but there was so many creatives, makers, artists, Etsy shop owners, designers doing so many fun things. And we even have people who are massage therapists or realtors come in and they're able to grow their behind the scenes business with all of the different sessions that we have. So I'm excited and really excited to watch your session. So
It's going to be fun. I know. I was like, oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've been in. So I get invited to crafting summits a lot. So I'm like, I'll do crafting. And so then I don't really talk about business. The opposite end is I speak a lot at business conferences and stuff. And so then all I'm talking about is like building like a multi-million dollar business. Like, so it's like totally separate. This is like the first time I'm like so excited. I was like, I get to talk about design business. That's really exciting to me. And I'm actually teaching on the design process model, which is one of the models from my book. And I'm so excited about your summit. So, do you want to talk a little bit about like kind of like what's the formatting of it? Like how many speakers you have? Like what should people expect to get out of it?
so there's probably around 20, 27, 28 sessions. There's a couple of them that are live. We're going to stream live and have some fun things so that you can ask these people who are further ahead than you might be some of the questions or listen to their stories, connect with their struggles. Because even though it looks like it was really easy for them, chances are that they've tripped over a couple of things along the way too. So I'm excited about that. It's free. That's the nice thing. It's free for the 3 days we are in there, but we're going to dive into all the non-creative things. And
Mhm.
then there is some fun options if you want to upgrade to the VIP and keep the replays. But a lot of it is you're the maker, the designer, the artist. You already have that creative skill and you just need a little bit of help. Like, give me the streamlined version and how I put this out into the world, turn this into an income stream, or what, how do I market this a little bit easier? And the sessions are going to walk you through those non-creative sides of business.
Oh, I love that so much because this is so funny. I was just this weekend with my daughter at a teen author boot camp, is what it's called. And she and I went to a couple of sessions that were not well attended. And I was like, I think that these are not well attended because they were the business things. Like they were the things that like the kids were like, I don't want to learn about publishing yet or getting a literary agent yet because it sounds so not fun versus
Right.
learning how to write cool things and, build these cool worlds. And I was very fascinated by that because I think that we sometimes, especially as creatives, we kind of like don't like it's kind of scary to be like, oh, I've
Right.
got to learn this like business piece so that I can make my creative venture go.
Yeah. And I wonder too, like in that situation, if it was oh, I'm just going to do this for fun. I don't think I have the talent that's going to put me into that, or I'm going to need a publisher or, that almost that next step. But if you could watch some of those people in that next step and see really maybe how close you are to getting there, it could really be a game changer for you or your family
Yeah.
and your family.
So true. Now that was interesting when you said like maybe I'll just do this for fun because I hear this all the time from designers or people who are wanting to get into the design world or the creative space or even if have a lot of fine artists in our program and they're like I was doing this for fun and I finally figured out maybe I should not just do it for fun. But it's almost like you have to be in the pain of that for a while like where you're like just spending money on art supplies and classes and stuff to be like maybe I should make some money doing this. How often do you run into that?
I think that's probably what pushed me to that next level too is, well, you could just make that for me,
Mhm.
or you could just create that for me, or can I just use that design And then with the digital space in the last 10 years has just exploded the opportunity. Fine artists, it used to be really hard to get printed or just on note cards or that kind of thing. Like if you wanted to make your own and just give them to your mom, a set for your mom, to your mom for Mother's Day was even almost kind of impossible unless you just literally hand painted each one of them. So now with the ease of all the digital world, it's really opened up. And I think that's even pushed a few more designers on. I can really share like you were not given this talent so that you could just keep it for yourself. It's got to be more than just, in a closet up in your spare bedroom.
Yeah. Agreed. So amazing. Yeah, I love that so much. So, you still do crafting. You like have a crafting space that you guys are still like fully into doing projects and all of that. So, do you think of you really owning like basically two different business, like the creativepreneur business and then the crafting business, or do they feel like they're together? Tell me a little bit about that.
I And there are some that will craft and only craft, and that's all they want to do with it. I have a friend who does crocheting, and she said, I will do a lot of things and turn them into a side hustle, but I just want crocheting to be my one fun me time. And when she said that to me about 5 years ago, I was like, oh, I don't do anything for fun anymore.
Mm.
It's like I totally lost that. And now that my kids have moved out and we've got this empty nest, and I've even taken over another bedroom with all my fun, and I'm like, sometimes I just have to go sit and do something fun. I just made a rug with some jelly rolls a couple weekends last weekend with my mom. She's 75. Don't tell her I told you. And
None of you listening, you didn't hear
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
don't tell Grammy, but so anyway, we made rugs, and I was like, we're gonna make what? Whatever. It's your birthday, Mom. Oh my God. I'm loving it. I'm gonna go make four more by the end of the month.
So fun. I love that. I really do think we have to get out of our own space and enjoy something different to make what we're currently doing really fun. And I understand the whole idea of being worried because I hear this from hobbyists all the time. They'll say, I'm worried to change this thing that I'm doing for a hobby into something I make money doing because maybe it won't be fun anymore. Do you run into that?
I do. And yeah, I find myself thinking that also. But when you make that sign or you make that rug, like you can only have so many handmade rugs in your house. You can only have so many handmade signs in your house. And I
Mhm.
want to keep making them. And you can only give so many away before your relatives are like, no more signs, Shelly. So it's a fun way. And there's so many easy ways to do business now that
Mhm.
it doesn't have to replace your full-time income.
No.
And also, if you want it to replace your full-time income, chances are the only thing holding you back from that is you.
Yeah. I mean 100%. That it is just you because there are so
Mhm.
many ways to run a business, make money doing whatever you really, really want to do right now. Interesting that you said that though, like even as you're making the rugs, right? And you've given away a million rugs and you just want to keep making rugs. I was just thinking, why is it that people feel like, at some point it won't be fun anymore. And I was thinking about that for me as well.
So
And I was
true.
like, I think it's actually has nothing to do with the actual making of the product. It has everything to do with like customer service and knowing what you're worth and telling people like this is how much you have to pay for it. I think that's the stuff that actually stops us. It's not necessarily the actual making of the rugs or whatever it is we're doing.
Right. Yeah, because then that joy you get from making one and giving it to your mom for Mother's Day, imagine when you are getting paid for that and you're seeing those piles and piles of boxes of those things going out your door and they're in everybody's home. Somebody's looking at that rug, sign, painting, whatever material that you made, and they're enjoying it every single day.
Mhm.
It's kind of humbling, right?
Yeah.
To think, yeah. And it's fun. All those things that are holding you back are probably things that are easier to learn than it was to master whatever skill it is of whatever product you're creating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, so, so good. Chelly, if people want to find out more about you or they want to attend the Creativepreneur event, where can they go?
So you can find all of it on our website. That's probably the easiest place to start. And if you go to wecanmakethat.me, and then we'll have your link so they can support you with the Creativepreneur Summit, probably with this video, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll make sure and give you guys the link for that. We're really excited to see you there. I think there's so much you're going to learn and you're going to get really into Chelly's world to see what she's up to. It's going to be amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us. And just know, like, I think Chelly and I both believe this. Like, if you really love what you're doing or want to do something even more, the possibilities are endless. You just have to kind of make the choice that you are going to believe in yourself and you're just going to do it. Chelly,
Yes.
any last words on that?
I would say step one, so that you can go that next level. If you're making something while you're listening to us and you're like, this needs to be it. This needs to be my little side hustle. It's going to pay for the tires on my van, or it's going to replace my full-time income, whatever your dream is right there. I would say find a community of people who are doing what you're doing and jump in. That's going to be your best step one to figure out what you really need to do to begin.
Yeah, incredible. You guys are amazing. Everybody have an amazing day. Thank you, Chelly, so much for being on with us today.
Thanks
And
for having me.
we will see you guys all very soon.